Aloha, Michael Capuano here, and today with Business Broker, we're going to show the Surf and Go Dairy. Everybody out there, we're at the Surf and Go Dairy, and I'm with the proprietor right here, and I'd like him to introduce himself and how you got started here.
Yeah, my name is Thomas Kafsak. My wife Eva and I am originally from Germany, and we started this operation. We bought this property in '99 and then started to build this up, and yeah, meanwhile we are number 2 or number 1 of the tourist attraction sites here on Maui. Yeah. And usually we have over 60,000 visitors per year over here in normal times. So we created way over 30 different cheeses here, and 18 of these cheeses have won national awards. 18 different cheeses.
Nice.
Hardly any dairy in the US can tell this here. And besides cheese here, we are producing goat cheese truffles. And with these goat cheese truffles, we have won every single blind test which we did against all these famous names from Switzerland, Belgium, or the US.
Do I see 3 milking stations here?
No, 4.
4? Okay.
And here we have the feed here, what they get. That's corn, oats, barley, molasses because they have a sweet tooth, then oyster shells, and some minerals and sweet licks. And so they like to be milked because they get these treats, first of all, and the release of the pressure of the udder.
Right.
So when
it's like getting a massage and eating at the same time.
So we brought this in 20 years ago from Germany, and so when the first goat comes in here, and then it goes down to eat this, then she locks herself in, which opens this for the second goat, and so on. Yeah. So most of the times it works.
Where do they stand? They stand on here?
On there, yeah.
Well, they're pretty organized then, aren't they?
Yeah, they stand right here on the diamond plate. Yeah.
And we always, on tours, we say that's the fun side of the goat, and this is the business side of the goat.
Right.
Then we can milk, and we turn on the milking machine, which works with that green vacuum pump, which creates a vacuum in here. You see there's a rubber insert in here, which squeezes the teeth like this, and these little green boxes up there alternate this between these two. So it mimics exactly what you do by hand, but it's much more gentler. The goats like it more to be milked by the machines than by hand. Yeah. And then the milk goes through here, through the stainless steel pipe to the inside. And you see, this here is where the milk comes in. It's collected in this big glass bowl here, and then this pump pumps it over in the next room. This is the controller for milking, and then when the milking is done, for sanitizing the whole system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's very important, especially in our climate here.
Yeah.
We have three pasteurizers in there. These two to the right side here we brought in from Austria 20 years ago. And the big one came from Belgium. But right now it's not working. There's some problem in the electronics and I cannot find somebody to repair it.
I might have a guy. I'll get back to you on that.
Oh, that would be
He
great.
worked on the chocolate mustard cheese right there.
Yeah, this, what she makes here is one of our soft cheeses. Yeah, that's called French Dream.
I got two also.
All these freezers here. You see, they're full of cheese. Yeah. And here. And there you see two different kinds. This was chef over there, so that's a fresh cheese. This, which is called Napa chef, which is a more drained cheese, which some restaurants prefer.
And that's how you sell it to the restaurant, is just like that.
No, just like this. Yeah. On the other islands. Here we pack it the same day into 2-pound containers which go to them. Yeah. And so you see all these freezers are full of cheese. Yeah. Three. So that's.
So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these refrigerators.
Yeah, and 2 more are in the dairy.
2 more in the dairy. Okay.
Yeah. So
And they're all full of cheese, ready to
Yeah.
be shipped out.
yeah. And,
Oh, nice. Nice packaging too.
yeah. So you see that what she just dipped in the cheese wax is this French Dream. Our best rated cheese was 98 points.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we have this one and the black cheese wax, the Swedish heart, which is with caraway. This one, by the way, is with herbe de Provence. Yeah. And then we have here
You
the,
speak French too.
yeah, the red ones here. That's our plain biscuits.
Gotcha. No label on that one.
Yeah, they're not packed here. This,
I guess
yeah, that's a biscuit.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And this is all done by hand. This is a new cheese which we will launch probably next week or the following week. Yeah, and before we got yellow as a cheese wax, we dipped it in black and white so that we know the difference to the white ones.
Right.
And this one is a new cheese made with sage.
Oh, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, so wonderful cheese here.
And what's the retail on these? About the same, or each flavor a little different?
These are all retail 14 a piece.
$14 a piece. Oh, that's a good deal. That's great.
Yeah. And usually when we make this, we use the bigger ones to sell at a piece and the smaller ones to make feta. Yeah, and this is the feed room over here, where we have all the goat feed in there. All what we feed them and feed the cats. Here we have 6 cats running around.
And then you make your own batch with the molasses and everything in there.
Yeah, we mix this outside.
It just comes in from the mainland by the pallets then?
Yep.
They ship it right here to you?
Yep.
Let me film that.
Yeah.
So this is the storage area for your feed supplies?
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually we have some alfalfa hay here too, but right now we are using the last soil for hay which we made ourselves and put the alfalfa and the straw in that
Gotcha.
straw too. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They either can choose this one, our award winners, all this cheese on their won national awards. Yes, or they can choose their own ones. Yeah.
I'm gonna take one photo. This is great. I'll send that to you.
Oh, and they're even labeled. I love it.
Yeah, label.
Yeah.
Can you pass some crackers?
Sure.
Jim's getting right into it.
Absolutely.
Would you like any wipes? You can put your
How
hand up, or
can
you
you
guys-
not?
Which one are you gonna go for first here, Jim?
I'm
It's
good.
right down the line, I guess.
What's going on?
What's the matter, Mom? What do you think?
This
So
one.
this is a solo meal with the tomatoes.
Yes.
Wow, it's so light and lively.
Yeah.
You know, for a while there, goat cheese I felt had that bad rap of being real sharp and whoa, but this is so smooth
Yeah,
and
this-
wonderful.
Now, this comes from most of the French cheese. And in France, most of the goat dairies are small goat dairies, and they make cheese sometimes only twice a week. But what happens, even if you store the milk at a proper temperature, so under 40 degrees, what happens, there are acids in the goat's milk which fall apart. And then it creates this goaty flavor.
Oh,
So, and the older the cheese gets, the more it gets this goaty flavor.
The heavy flavor comes from it sitting.
Yeah.
If you make it daily, you don't get that heavy flavor.
That's
Okay.
why we make our cheese every day,
Gotcha.
freeze it immediately. That's why our fresh cheeses don't taste goaty at all.
Understood.
Yeah. And most of these, which are in the cheese wax, don't taste goaty too. But if you take it out of the wax and cut it to eat and let it sit for several hours, then it gets a little bit sharper.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No, we produced a very sharp one. Like this is a cheese which is usually served in German beer gardens. Yeah, and but this was not a success. Yeah. So we had some hardcore fans of that, but that was it. Yeah. So.
Not enough people to make it viable.
No,
Okay.
everybody, and that's why we are so successful with hotels and restaurants too, because the chefs like this fresh cheese.
Yeah.
If you see, Grand Valea gets their cheese on Tuesdays, which is made on Monday. Yeah.
wow.
So,
That's
and
pleasing.
same in Canapali, they get the cheese on Thursday and on Friday, which is made on Thursday. So you cannot get fresher cheese. That's why they are willing to pay more for our cheese than other cheeses from the
Oh, yeah.
mainland they had before.
It's a delight. It's delicious.
Isn't it good?
Makes me want to be a goat cheese eater because I never.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm from
Oh,
the
that's
old
all I
school.
put on my salads, like goat cheese, anything like that's such good.
Yeah.
The different flavors.
Okay, I got a couple
Delicious.
questions for you. That's okay.
Yes, yeah.
All right. This particular gentleman would like to know or understand what % of the merchandise and cheese sales come directly from tours versus wholesaling to restaurants? So I guess maybe a breakdown.
Yeah. Usually between 64 and 68%.
That's on the tours?
Yeah, on people who are visiting us. Like
Okay.
if they go on a tour, some decide not to go on a tour, but what they buy in the shop. So we trace every single sale we make.
Oh, okay.
So every single cheese, we can tell you, okay, that's the best selling cheese. We have sold so many units of that cheese, or same with truffles and so on and so on. And we look at this all the time because here we are selling for resale prices,
Right.
retail prices. All the others which we sell to Safeway, Foodlands and so on, or Rodeo General Store, Don Tours, this is there we give them usually 20% off. Here right now we are giving them 50%
Yes.
off, so that they carry our cheese down to earth Rodeo General Store and Haleakala Super.
Would you say then the other 25% would be wholesaling then? 25% and then the rest, well, probably internet sales are up right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have a huge increase in internet sales, but it's still compared to what we usually sell here, minimal.
Right.
But the increase is, we are doing a lot in the last 6 weeks, posting articles and posting photos and other things on Instagram and Facebook and so on. And we are on over 40 different search engines. Yeah.
Okay.
And with Google, we have a rating meanwhile of 30. Yeah, so 9 comes from Google Maps, where people are looking at the maps, and the rest is because we are so active on all this social media.
Do you deal with the activity booths also?
Yes, we had Expedia selling our tours before, but this all stopped.
Okay.
But it was not very much. Yeah, it were some other tours like Temptation Tours or so, which sold an upcountry tour. Yeah, and we were part of this. They came here. Then we usually got from every cruise ship at least 1 or 2 vans of customers who came here for this tour. Yeah, and other smaller tour companies, and we are working with MCNA in Honolulu.
Mary Charles?
Was Mary Charles and she sold it.
Okay.
Yeah, and MCNA organizes the events for companies.
Oh, right. Big events.
Our biggest order which we ever had was from Larry Ellison when he had his 1,000 best-selling guys and performing guys at the Grand Valea, where they boarded up all the fountains and so on, and there we offered several of our cheeses, and they bought so much, and that was so great. But this is all right now. No cruise ships, no cruise ship tours, no companies coming to Maui.
There'll be some new avenues of marketing for sure.
So we will see.
This gentleman, his next question was, at your peak and your season and everything, how many employees? And you had a breakdown, Wendy, of the employees?
Yeah, we had, I think, 22.
You could maybe get me to break down, and you wanted like a job description, like one person does the truffles, you get manager of the, like how many do the farming, how many do the milking.
Okay, just a breakdown on job.
Yeah, job description.
Not like a job, okay, not like a full job description.
Yeah,
but
like
just-
the one girl that we met does the computer stuff and takes all the orders and everything. So maybe
Okay.
some sort of breakdown on
Maybe.
that. You have a cheesemaker.
Oh,
Next question was, have you looked into important agricultural land framework, like important ag lands, Hawaii Department of Agriculture, voluntarily long-term protection of agricultural land in Hawaii import agricultural land statutes? What these folks are interested in, and Jim knows them, they want to keep the goat farm running, and everybody here, the one gentleman may live in the house up there, that's why we did want to look at the house.
Yeah.
But their vision is also to do a eco-village under one of those platforms.
Yeah, okay.
The
So,
village like homes?
I'm sorry?
Homes or village?
Yeah, like
Like,
self-efficient kind of a,
so like agricultural farm dwellings?
Yeah.
Related to farm,
yeah.
working.
And so would you know that they
County
could,
ordinance, you could look that. I just did it for the ranch. It's, you have to sign a declaration. That's a farm dwelling and agricultural structure declaration. That's
Okay.
with the county.
and so you think they
So
can
basically
expand?
the same what the coffee farms in Kanapali are doing.
Oh, yes,
They're
yes, yes,
selling
yes,
these
yes,
lots.
yes,
You know, coffee trees on there. We have this idea too here. We
yes.
subdivide this, have people buy a lot,
Yeah.
and it's still besides the house. It's
Part of the farming
it's
also.
part of the farm.
Yeah,
Is that what
that's
you were
exactly
talking
what they're pretty much they're talking
I'm
about.
talking to this thing.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
I can help.
And then they also asked, would you be interested in some sort of consulting, staying a while, or an equity position, or anything like that? Or are you gonna stay on Maui, or are you gonna go visit your country?
No, we will still live here,
Okay.
but we are usually going for my wife because since she's retired for 3 months, she goes per year to Germany.
Mhm.
I usually go there every other year for about a month or so.
Okay.
And what I offered is I can do consulting for the new owners for up to half a year. Yeah. There are so many details to learn. And that takes a while.
And you guys are not moving, and you're gonna be on island then?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Do you live in the house up here now, or?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's all the questions that I have right now for both the guys. The other ones, I had 2 or 3 financial
send you-
questions that
I'll get
I'll
those
ask
to
you
you,
later.
and then if you can get me the.
Yeah.
All right, if we can just take a look at the house
Yeah.
then, and then I think we're okay.
You have to know one thing. Yeah, I don't know if you informed them about Angela.
Yes, I do.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they have that summary, the
So
investment, the
we,
money. So they have all of that.
Yeah, and I'll ask you those questions later on.
Okay.
We would be in a much better position now if she hadn't taken. And she took in 8 years, $1.2 million.
8 years.
She worked for us more than 11 years. So,
Wow.
right.
All right, let's
I've
go.
been there.